What up, YouTube? Gonna be doing a video today on the Harbor Freight tire changer here. Got a lot of people messaging me on Instagram, figuring out how to use that thing. So if you guys aren't familiar, I drift my 370Z over there. So I go through a lot of tires. I've probably mounted about 6 sets of tires on here, so quite a lot. But I got a method down that I want to show you guys, you know, how to use it and how to make this thing work for you. So of course, valve stem removal. Another thing you might want to grab is a towel, dirty towel preferably. What we're going to start off doing here is breaking a bead on a tire and, you know, getting that valve core out. I would recommend not using this tire machine on nice rims. I have got a method down that's going to reduce any marring, but it's not 100%, so still this might not be for you, but it is a really good way to save money. So we're just going to start off by resting that lip over the tire machine there, and we can take out our valve core. What I'll go through is some other things you guys might want to grab. Get some cardboard or some paper. Something to keep the tire machine from marring up your rims. Some other things you're going to want to grab. Just a spray bottle with, you know, water and soap. I think these are 21-inch tire irons. I ordered these from AutoZone. These are OEM tool. Part number 26035. These have done really well. So you're gonna want 3 of these, like 20 inch or 21 inch, around that size. You're gonna need at least 2 C-clamps. A lot of us have these already, so I like to use a 3 or a 4 or both sizes. I usually use a 3 for the first one and then a 4 for the second. Another thing that you're gonna wanna grab is some sort of fabric. So if you have a nice thick fabric like this is going to keep the tire irons from marring up the rim. Now, this came from an old work belt that my dad you know, left with us, but these will do you wonders from marring up your rim. An optional thing here, sometimes it gets a little tight, so you can use these little 10-inch tire irons from AutoZone. They're actually meant for motorcycles or bicycle tires, but little 10-inch Titan, part number 21089. So those are the things that you're going to need. We can get this arm up and out of the way, rest that rim down. I'm going to be taking my time with this one, just explaining, but I've got this down to almost 15, just a little upwards of 15 minutes. So, I'm going to take the included iron they give you. These are a 9.5-inch rim. Right now I'm unmounting my Ironman 245s. They're 245 40 18s. That's what I'm also going to be installing. So you kind of need to angle this up and let this catch somewhat on the middle of the tire. I step on this here and let that grab, and also pushing this way, you're kind of just breaking the bead, and then just continue breaking the bead around the rim. This is the easy part. Okay, that's actually already broken, which is pretty cool. Flip it over, do the other side. that actually slipped off of the tire, so I didn't have it on there enough. It'll do that when you're, hold on. Sometimes when it slips off the tire, because there's no tread on here, you kind of want to angle this bill a little bit, and that will allow the tire machine to break the bead sometimes. It's not going to be very easy this time. Sometimes it fusses with you. It's going to happen again. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to move on to another part of the rim, see if I can get this off of here. Sometimes when you have this low amount of tread, it doesn't want to grab the tire. There we go. In that case, you just kind of want to work really slowly so it doesn't slip off. There we go. Get that side down. And then there's a couple more spots we're going to want to do. Yeah, that's good. And then just the opposite side of that. Alright, so pretty quick and easy. Sometimes it'll slip and you need to, you know, try a different part of the tire. On this tire machine, typically you're going to be working the side with the valve on last. So what I like to do is set up the valve where it's on the longest part of this machine. And I use this little center punch thing to get my center cap off. Set that aside. And then take this little dangly Johnny. Get this guy through one of these bolt holes. And this is the shorter side, that's the longer side. And then there's your valve stem. I just got paper packing material, compressed. Put that around, you know, layer of cardboard or something. Probably doesn't need to be this big. I actually just made these. So, always want to have this guy facing, these little teeth facing up. Screw that Johnny on there. By hand first, once it gets tight. And, you know, tighten it. You're gonna need at least 3 of these fabric pieces. And you're gonna be using these 3 irons. If you want, you can lube up the tire. It doesn't really need it during this step, and we're not reusing this tire anyways. Still gonna do it just so it's easier. So what you're gonna do, start on the opposite side of your valve stem, and try to get this. You're gonna want to use this hook end to get under this bead on the other side, sticking your fabric there, so if you don't mar up your rim. There's one. Gonna kind of hold that down with your other hand while you get this one in. Yeah, that's in. And then stick that in there. Another fabric piece. Gonna get both sides up. So now could just continue doing the same thing. Gonna hold down both of these while you get this one in. Kind of pull up on these so that once I get this in, the tire kind of holds the iron there, and then I can put the the other fabric piece in, let this off, work that fabric piece in, and then get all 3 sides in. Once you get your 3rd one in, this middle one is going to come free, and you can work around even farther. Okay. And the middle one's going to come free again. This one came free. It's almost actually off now. So, yeah, so tire is broken off on this side. Super easy. And now we have that broken free. This part can be a bit tricky, and you are going to want to use some lube for this. So what I recommend is picking this up and trying to spray the rim. Try and get on this side. You're going to hold this up with your knee. Grab this spoon end here. Try and pick up that side of the tire from the inside, and hopefully we can place this. This is the pain in the ass part if you're trying to keep your rims nice. Alright, get that up over. So right now I've got that fabric piece just laying there so I don't mar my rim up too much. And I'm going to be trying to pry it up from the bottom. Put another fabric piece down on the rim. Yeah, so right now I am prying up from this side with another fabric piece. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what's going on right there. At this point, if you want to make it even easier, just spray the other lip down here, the tire, and this is going to come off pretty quick. Sometimes they're not so easy. Like that, this one was stupid. That was very easy to take off. So that's taking off the tire. Sometimes you need to, you know, you got this side broken up here, you're putting this one right here and then prying it over with the fabric. Sometimes you need to come in with a second tire iron and then kind of continue working up from this side. As you can see, there's not like really much marring. I have marred these up before, and like because I wasn't using the fabric pieces the first time I tried this, but I did paint over it, so there's no new mars, which is sweet. Although I still recommend not to use this on you know, rims you really care about. This is, again, is for a drift car. They're drift car rims. They're gonna get messed up. So, mounting a tire, I'm gonna spray down the rim first. Something I like to do. I'm gonna be mounting up some Ironman 245 40 18s. These are my favorite tire to run for seat time so far. So what you're gonna end up doing is find the yellow dot that's indicating that's the outside of the tire. You're gonna wanna have that facing the front of the rim, of course. What we're gonna do is spray down the back side of this rim with some soap, or put on paste or whatever you got. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is press that on. I like to put my foot down on the machine here and just kind of work it around by hand. Now, what we need to do here is grab a tire iron. We got this side in the drop center, right? Most of this is worked up around except this lip. So what we need to do is take this tire iron, put it up over your lip, and just kind of angle this up. And we can kind of just start pressing. Get it closer to the edge that you're trying to press down. Just kind of press down over that. Gonna need to do it one more time. super easy. Okay, so now comes the hard part, is getting this lip mounted. To get this method down, like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna need, you know, these cloth pieces, at least 2 of them for this step. And then you're gonna also need 2 C-clamps, 3 or 4 inch. I don't think it will matter. I use a 3 and a 4. I use a 3 for the first and a 4 for the second. I mount them 90 degrees from each other. So let's start showing you guys what that's about. Again, I'm taking my time on this to try to explain it better. Lube up the tire. Get this side opposite of the valve below. Get it in that drop center by hand. And we're straight opposite of that valve stem, we're gonna put our first clamp. Make sure you get enough of that fabric over here. Doesn't really matter on the back side of the rim. Clamp that down, nice and tight. We can kind of start working our way around for the second clamp. Take our tire irons. We're going to be using the curved section here and getting under there on either side, and work one side down. You're gonna need to not be 180 off of each other. There we go. Get that side down and really press down. Okay, so now take this side out and really work close to that edge right there. We should have enough tire right now on this side to get this clamp on. So enough tires in the drop center rather to get this clamp on. One thing I like to do, which might be kind of silly to you guys, you actually might not be able to do this. I'm pretty tall. I like to straddle this tire iron here. It's kind of funny, but that's kind of what you got to do. Straddling that, we're gonna, you don't have to straddle this, but it is just makes it easier for me. Okay, we'll get this clamp on. Try to get this one on as deep as you can get it. And then we're going to tighten that down. Alright, so those are basically a 90 off of each other now. It's all set up to kind of get this bead going. Going to just spray the tire down really nice. And we're going to start working around this way. I do still like to hold the drop center down right by the clamp. Sometimes it likes to slip up. So we'll start with this side. Another thing you're gonna kind of want to do here, this is where the technique kind of, you know, really started working out for me. So what I like to do is straight opposite. We got the valve stem right here. I'm gonna take this tire iron here and kind of this one right here. I'm gonna try to get it pried up right there. So this is going to allow the tire to slip over the rim, and you're going to want to really lube up this bar for this. Okay, now we can kind of just start working our way around really small on this side. Okay, and just kind of start trading irons. And again, you're gonna wanna work very small, like 1 or 2 inches at a time. Okay. And really keep that lubed up, the side that you're working. And then come back to this clamp, press down. And you're gonna want to press down, you know, repetitively. It's just getting this bottom tire farther pushed down to give you more room to get this tire on. Okay. And again, do the same thing. We're going to be working this tire on slowly. Okay. And again, really, really small sections at a time. Okay. And again, working it on. After every time you do this, you want to press down pretty good. Right now, the tire's almost on. We actually have this side on farther than this side. But we're still going to keep working that same side. And right now, just a little bit of an ease and you're on. And that is how you mount a tire on a Harbor Freight tire changer. We can remove our clamps. Put those away. And now I'm going to grab my valve core, turn on my compressor, let it air up, and continue from there. Going to take our valve core here, put that on the end of the the tool, and we will insert that. Once it's in there, I like to kind of like back it off until it clicks and then thread it in, just to make sure it's not cross threading. You do not need to fight to install these. You don't really need to tighten these down too far either. Just really finger tight, you don't need much. And then we can start to get this bead sealed. I like to push down the tire first, then start to air it up. So there is a leak. Oh, okay. Actually, I see. I just put the valve stem in, right? And we're gonna try to air up this tire. It's been giving me a bit of an issue, so I just kind of want to show you what's going on. Down here, a lot of this bead is seated, and what we need to do is actually break the bead up from the bottom so that we can get air into this. So I'm just kind of like going through here, trying to get this up and get the bead broken again so that it will fill up with air. So that's just what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so just continuing to get this bead up off the bottom. You want both of these sides in the drop center. When you're filling this up, at least that makes it easier. Let's see if we've got a leak now. Yeah, no leak. So. Got the tire on the rim now. Just check your pressure. This is perfect. That is at 35 PSI. I like to air them up around 30 to 35 and, you know, make sure they're not gonna leak. Another thing you could do if you're, you know, want to be sure, spray around your bead if there's any bubbles showing up. You know, there's leaks. This one does not have any leaks, so that's it. That's how you mount a tire on the Harbor Freight tire changer. Take off your padding. That's how you do it. Right there. Harbor Freight tire changer. Comes in clutch. It's not hard to use, it's just a little tedious. Once you get a good method down, it can be really easy. I was taking my time on it. Can definitely mount them quicker. I have mounted other tires like these Kendas, 265, 35 18s, no issues, same method. If you guys enjoyed the video, if that helped you at all, drop a comment down, give me a like, subscribe, follow me on my drifting adventures, whatever. I'm trying to get up to like 300 subscribers. But anyways, I hope you have a nice night, day, wherever you are. Peace out.